Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm back. I gotta tell you, this is funny. This is the third time I've started this video. The first time I pushed the button to start the video, and as soon as it started videotaping, I had a burp of all burps. And it was pretty loud. I'm like, oh shit, I can't leave that in there. So I started it over. And the last time the lighting wasn't very good, so I had to move some things around, but I didn't think y'all would want to start out hearing me belch real loud. Alright, this is going to be kind of chaotic because usually I have notes to keep myself on track and to remember what I'm supposed to talk about. I don't have notes today because I got a lot going on today, but I knew I wanted to do a video real quick before I started doing some other running around and packing. I got to pack because I'm having a sleepover at Molly's. Me and Samantha, my 15-year-old daughter, are going to Molly's. We're going over there tonight after dinner, and we're spending the weekend. This will be the first sleepover I've had with the friends since high school. Who knew that, when you're in your 40s, you can still have sleepovers with your friends? Guess who? So, got a lot to do to get ready for that, and looking forward to it. Okay, this week was my birthday. My birthday was on Tuesday. I turned a year older. Okay, hang on, let me do the math real quick. I'm 48 years old, but I'm a firm believer that you are as young as you feel. And I don't always feel 48. There are some days I feel I'm 28. And there are some days I feel like I'm 78. So let's get real here. It balances out in the end. In my last video, I said I was supposed to do a video Monday for my birthday giveaways. I wanted to do a giveaway for my birthday. And I didn't make it. I wasn't doing too well. And I didn't want to do a video while I was blah. It's not, y'all don't want to see that. Blah. You don't want to see blah me. Blah me is like, ugh. So, I'm doing it today. Leave it. That's not yours. Sorry, I had to talk to my dog. So, I guess I'll do the giveaway. Okay, I'm doing a giveaway. I was going to do 2, but I decided, no, I'm going to do 1. I got stuff for another giveaway, but I think I'm going to save that for like a holiday giveaway later on. But I do want to do this giveaway because I just want to hurry up and get rid of them. I mean, it's good. It's just that, okay, this is what I got. I got 2 sets, or 2... And this is, I guess they're called split rail scroll frames. See, here's the rod, and see how they're split? Whoops. No, because I can't get them to split. See how they split open to about right here, and you put your fabric in. There's 2 of them, and here's the sidebars. Okay? This is a pretty big one. And then I have a smaller one for smaller projects. I bought these probably about 25, about 25 years ago, because I bought them before my son was born, and my son's 21, so they're at least 25 years old. I bought them because, I thought this was going to be good, especially because I was doing some big projects, not like heaven and earth big, but back then, for me, they were big. And I thought these were going to be great, instead of a hoop, because back then I don't know if Q-snaps were around back then, but if they were, I didn't know about them, and I was using hoops, and I even hated using hoops back then. So I thought these would be a great alternative. I used them. I used the big ones for a couple of projects. I used the small ones for a couple of projects, and what I found out is I don't like them. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. I'm sure, you people, that sounded rude. You guys are, there are people out there that use them and love them, and that's great. Just it's see, I start talking too fast and I get excited, and then I can't say my words. So I got to slow down, take a breath. It's just a personal preference. I don't particularly care for them. I could never get with and I know that you can replace them with the black ones, but I just can never get the tension right on them. It hurt my hand to tighten them, and now that I found Q-snaps, I love Q-snaps, and I'm just not going to use them. So this is my giveaway. Now, if you don't personally like these, but if you know someone who does, and you don't think they watch my videos, have them watch my video and put in, because I'd really like this to go to someone who's really going to use it and really put some use into it. I don't know how much they cost nowadays, but I can remember 25 years ago when I bought these, they were kind of expensive. I can remember my husband had not a big cow, he had a calf about it. Not a cow, but a calf. Because they were kind of expensive back in those days. So, and that's why I've held on to them instead of, giving them to Goodwill, because I want to find them a good home. So, if you want to enter, just make a comment down there saying, I want your scroll frames or something. Something to indicate that you want to enter in the drawing. And I'm not going to do the drawing until, dang, I should have looked at the calendar. See if I can use this to flip, because I'm still in September on my calendar here at home. And I don't feel like getting it. Let's see, and that's October. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's say I want to give a good time, because I know a lot of people are behind on their watching their videos, and I want them to get a chance to enter. I'm going to say on or about the 15th of December. I'll look at a calendar later, and in my next video, I'll give a definite date. But I do want this to go on for several weeks. So like I said, if you know anybody, if they maybe have a behind on their videos, or if you don't know if they watch mine or something, spread the word that I'm giving these as a giveaway, so that, I would like people who truly use them and would truly use them to enter, so that they have a good home. I don't want them to be resold. I mean, come on, guys. If I'm doing a giveaway, make sure it's something you want and you're going to use. Okay. That's that. Whoops. Put those over there. And I will be doing another giveaway later on in December. I'm going to call it, it's going to be a Christmas giveaway. And I'm getting up some pretty good prizes for those. Okay. I have just a little bit of a haul, not much, like a lot of people out there, and I've been doing a lot of thought about this, and back when I was cross-stitching back in the day, there was internet, but it wasn't like it is today. You couldn't buy stuff off the internet back then. It wasn't as easy to get things, cross-stitch things. I mean, if I wanted to buy something, a pattern or something, I had to take a shower, I had to get dressed, get in the car, run down to the local L&S or Michael's or whatever, and shop that way, then come home. Well, nowadays, shoot, you can go on any of the websites and order from the comforts of your home. And I think that makes it easier for us to say, ooh, I want this. And then I think that's how because a lot of people are saying, oh, I got so much stash. And even me, just within the last couple of months, I've ordered so much stuff. And I was stopping and thinking and said, when I cross-stitched before, I didn't have a huge stash. I would have, had my magazines, because I had the subscriptions come in. But as far as patterns and stuff, I didn't have. I had what I could stitch with for a couple of months, and then I would stitch those, and I would go out and get the next few things to stitch and come in. I didn't have a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm realizing, wow, I think I've got more patterns now, pattern books, not magazines, forget the magazines, but I'm talking about just regular patterns, more now than I've ever had before. And I think it's just because it's so easy to go online and say, ooh, I want this, put in cart, click, and you're done. And it comes to you. Where back in the day, I couldn't do that. And everything I have, I want to stitch. So I'm trying not to order. I have an order coming in from Rainbow Stitchery, but that's all floss. I didn't order any patterns on that one, even though they were on sale. I stayed away. And I think I have a 1, 2, 3 stitch order that's coming in. And after that, I'm going to try. I'm not going to say I'm definitely am. I'm going to try not to order anything else unless I need it. Like fabric for if I know something's coming up, I'm going to stitch and I need a fabric for it or floss for it. The only patterns that I'm gonna buy are ones that, like, I got the first one in the gingerbread train. That I'll buy those as they come out. I have a couple more to buy in my snowman series. I'll get those. But other than starting a new series, I'm going to try to hold off until I get some of the stuff that I have here stitched, and then get some more. And a lot of that goes back to my management. I was in management. Hang on, I got to slow down. I worked in retail and management for many, many years. I mean, that's pretty much wherever I worked. It was usually management and some sort of retail. And one of the things you learn is that you keep your inventory, your overhead dollars down. You don't want to tie up all your money in inventory, in other words. And that's kind of kicking in, because now I'm feeling I'm tying up so much of my money in inventory that's not going to be used right away, that money, that instead of using that money for more inventory, I can use that money for something else, like getting something framed or whatever. That's how my mind thinks. So, anyway, I say all that to tell you I have just a little bit of a haul. And I probably won't have a whole bunch of big hauls in my videos to come. So, just to let y'all know. Okay, first thing I'm going to show you is, remember in my hang on. Y'all don't want to see me choke. In my last video, I had ordered something from Stitching Bits and Bobs. Remember, I ordered the Do Re Mi, and they only sent me two. The last two, well, the first two came in, and they sent me. I didn't even have to contact them. I was getting ready to contact them, because I wasn't sure if they were going to send them, if they just canceled it altogether, or if they were going to send it when it came in. Well, guess what? They sent it when it came in. So I got number 1 and number 2. And these I'm really excited about stitching. Like I said, I'm probably going to stitch these twice. Once for me, and I think I'm going to stitch it again for my sister-in-law, because she would love it. That's, you know, like I said, they always break out in song over there. It's like living in a musical. And then I got something from 123 Stitch. I bought, I'm not going to pull them out because they're just white. This is 25 count even weave white. There's 2 pieces in here, and these 2 pieces are for the 2 Heaven and Earth designs. Excuse me, you almost got another large belch. I didn't hear the first one, so I didn't put that in. I don't know why I'm so belchy today. Excuse me. Anyway, I got 2 pieces of fabric in here for my Heaven and Earth designs, for the bookshelf one with the dogs and the bookshelves, and the other one is for, well, one's for Heaven and Earth, the other one's the Tilt and Craft, the Santa on the roof, or on the rooftop, because that's what these are for. And then, just because to kind of justify the shipping, I threw this in the cart. I like that. It's Aunt Ethel, and I have an Aunt Ethel. Well, she's a great aunt, but she's an aunt nevertheless. I thought that was just adorable. And I didn't get I didn't realize until after I ordered it, and after it came in, that there were buttons to it. See? And I think those are supposed to be birds. Let's see if it said. I don't know if I'm going to order the birds or not. I'll stitch it up and I'll see how it looks without the birds. And then if I feel I need the birds, I'll get the birds. And anytime I order from 123 Stitch, black anchor. So I like the black anchor better than I like the black DMC. And that's it for hauls. Sorry, my leg itches. I gotta get some moisturizer or something, because in the wintertime, when it starts getting cool, with the air dries, and it dries out my skin, and I get itchy all over. Y'all don't want to hear that. So, shut up. Alright. I'm going to show you the progress on my, this is my focus to finish. If you haven't checked it out yet, or if you don't know yet, me and Molly started up a Facebook group called Cross Stitch Finish Line. I'm not going to put a link in because half the time when I try to do the link, it doesn't work right. So, but it's easy to find. Just type in Cross Stitch Finish Line and it'll come up. We started that so that it's a place where, you know, we can focus on finishes. And I know a lot of people say, well, can I post whips? You can post anything you want other than nude pictures. We don't want no nude pictures, okay? Let's keep it PG-13. But you can post other things other than your finishes. You can post your whips. You can post a new start if you want. It's, you know, people think, oh, well, it's just about finishes. Well, we're focusing on finishes. But if you get a new start that you want to show off, by all means, post it. We don't care. You're going to find we're really easy. We're not going to, like, you know, kick you out or anything. Shoot. And if you want to, you know, show off a focus on a finish of on a piece that you're doing as a Sal and another group, that's fine too. And you can mention the other groups. We don't care. We're very easygoing. So, but anyway, this is my focus to finish. I'm concentrating on only this one. I do have another whip because, you know, I started doing more than one whips. But I'm not doing anything until I get this finished because this is supposed to be a Christmas present for my brother. And he lives in Oklahoma, so I got to send it to him. So I'm trying to really hurry up and get this finished on it. And I didn't stitch as much as I wanted to this week because Monday and Tuesday those were very emotional days for me. Even though it was because it was my birthday and was the first birthday without my mother. It was very emotional. So I didn't, so I got to, hang on. So I didn't feel like stitching very much. So I didn't get very much done this week. But it is coming along pretty good. I had all this part done and I got this part done and I started on this. I mean, it's really coming together. I really love this piece. And I guess what I like about it is because it's like 50s theme, you know, the vintage 50s look. And I like that look. I mean, I don't decorate it in my home that way, but I don't mind having a couple of pieces like that. But it just reminds me of the 50s, and I like that era of time. So, got the bowling pins. I got to put and it's going to have some bowling shoes here. Y'all have seen it, I'm sure. But that's my progress on that. I'm really hoping I get that finished, like, really soon. I'm going to frame it myself, but I gotta find a frame that I'm gonna like. Hopefully. I might have to order it because I haven't seen anything in any of the stores that like, oh, crap. Hang on. Okay. I dropped something. I had to pick it up. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, and this probably isn't gonna be a very long video. I'm only 18 minutes in. I feel like I'm just about done. But that's okay. Did I tell you I'm going to Molly's this weekend? I'm so excited. We're going to have a blast. And you never know. We might actually do a video. Well, we'll probably end up doing a video while I'm there. But if we don't hold me to it. I mean, don't shoot me like, oh, you said you were in a video, blah, blah. No. Okay. I'm organizing here, so I'm trying to talk. Okay. Now, I'm going to finish Pam Reed's tag. I was so disappointed that that one video cut out. The one where I was sleep deprived. That it cut off the last part because, like I said, that's where I was the most wittiest. I don't know. So anyway, other than cross stitch, I should have looked up the question. I forgot the question. It's basically show off what else you do as far as other than cross stitch. And my other hobby is crocheting. I learned to crochet when I was about, I don't know, somewhere between 9 and 12. I know that's a long span, but sometimes those years get blurred together. But my grandmother on my biological father's side of the family was the one that taught me how to crochet. I was spending a week over there, or the weekend or something, and I was bored, and so my grandpa says, teach her how to crochet. And she did. Now, I say she taught me how to crochet. She taught me all the basic stitches, how to do a chain stitch, a single stitch, double stitch, and so forth. People who don't know anything about crocheting are like, what the heck is that? But anyway, and she taught me how to go back and forth. She didn't teach me to go in a circle or in a square. Just so all I've ever been able to do is and the only thing I've ever crocheted from then to just about a year ago was Afghans. And Afghans that went back and forth, back and forth. Never like a granny square or anything, because I didn't know how to start and finish a granny square. And well, I got tired of doing Afghans where you just go back and forth, you know. And I had learned other stitches, along the way, but I just got tired. So I decided about a year ago that I was going to go on this thing called the internet. And trying to figure out what my dog's barking at. I'm hoping it's the mailman, because I ordered some Christmas, and I'm hoping it comes in before I go to Molly's, so that, because some of it's my husband, and if I don't tell my husband to open the boxes, if I don't say anything, he'll be curious and he'll open the boxes. And if I tell him I'm getting some boxes in, some packages in, don't open them, he'll open them because I told him not to open them. So I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So I'm hoping they come in today so I can hide them before I go to Molly's. But anyway, back to subject at hand. So about a year ago, I decided I was going to teach myself how to crochet other things. And I went on the internet and learned how to make a granny square. And so I made a couple of Afghans that were granny squares. And I made two. And I don't have either one of them because, like I do a cross stitch, I give it away. I made I wish I had a picture, because the one I made for my daughter was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it was a granny square, and it was just, I'll have to try to get a picture of it. I'll have her take a picture and I'll show you on another video. But I think it was absolutely, I was so proud of it, and was so happy to give it to her, because it was, hang on, I'm itching again. Because it was the color she had in her wedding and everything, and it was pretty. I did that one, and then I did another one that, of course, I gave to my mother, that I'll probably never see again, because my evil step-siblings, I have gotten nothing from my mother. Nothing. None of her things. But that's another story. I'm not going to go into that. So after I did that, I decided, I want to do some other things other than Afghans, because I like to crochet. But it's hard for me to crochet for very long, because it hurts my hands. I don't have carpal tunnel. Everyone says, oh, you probably have carpal tunnel. It's not carpal tunnel. I went to the doctors and they told me it's not carpal tunnel. It's something else. And they gave me a name, but I don't remember the name because it was years ago. But it's similar to carpal tunnel, but it's not. And they could do the surgery for carpal tunnel, but that really won't correct it. It might correct it it might help for like a year, but then it's going to come back. I wish I could remember the name. I don't remember what the name is. But I can still crochet, but I can't crochet for very long periods at a time like I used to. So I said, I need to learn to do something so I can make small things. I've never made small things. So I did. And the first thing I learned, and I think this is where the video cut off. Like I said, I don't know. I went online and I learned how to make this. This was the first thing that I crocheted, this little teddy bear. And it's, I put I say the head's on crooked. It's, it's not, he's looking off to the side. But I am so damn proud of this. I never thought I could do anything like this. I mean, is that cool or what? I mean, have y'all seen and then I made the hippo that I sent to Tracy, because I thought that the hippo was just screaming to me, I want to go to Tracy. Hush. Okay. I hate doing this, but y'all hold on for a second. I got to go let my other dog in, because Loki's not going to stop barking until I let Pepper in. So I'm going to run real quick. Just admire my blinds back here while I'm gone. You are a big pain in my butt. Do you know that? She probably doesn't even want to come in. See, she's not even here. Okay, you're going to go out. Dogs, they're going to drive me to drink, I swear. Alright, I'm back. So y'all love my lovely blinds back there? Aren't they pretty? So anyway, so I made this little thing, and I thought, you know, of course my husband says, well, what are you going to do with it? Oh, well, I'm going to save it for the day I have grandkids. So I could talk about that here because I know my oldest daughter doesn't watch this. We're trying not to pressure her to have kids, but anyway, I made that. So after I made that one, I made this one, the little bunny. I'm not too happy how his nose came out. For some reason, I have a hard time with noses. I don't know why. But I might redo that. I'm afraid to cut it, try to cut it out, because I'm afraid I would cut, you know. See, and I got the little, okay, on this one I used little French knots for the eyes, but when I bought, like these are safety eyes. The ones, I mean, they're not going to come off. Plus, I glue them because if I give them to one of my grandkids, I want to make sure the eyes are not going to choke on the eyes. He doesn't have I'm going to show you his butt, but he doesn't have a tail yet. You want to see a bunny's butt? See? I don't have a tail on him yet because I got to get those, I need to make a pom-pom to put there, and I just haven't done it yet. And then after I made that bunny, I decided I wanted a bigger bunny, and I made him. Floppy ear bunny. Isn't that cute? And then of course, like I said, the hippo went to live with Tracy because. And then I love this one. This one's so cute. I made a giraffe. Look at that. Look at his little horns. So cute. He's got spots. I mean, it's not perfect. You know, I can see the flaws in it, and I can see where I'm goofed up a little bit. But just the fact that I can take yarn and a crochet hook, and at the end of the day or at the end of a couple of days have this, to me is just amazing. So, and then I got this little bitty one, little bitty bunny. I learned how to do. Then I decided, well, you know, I can't keep crocheting stuffed animals because I don't have any grandkids yet for them, and I got to learn how to do other things. So, the next thing I learned how to do, that I was very proud of, preemie hats. And I kept this one, but I had crocheted a bunch of others like this, and took them down to, went and gave them to the what do you call it? The NICU for preemies. Because believe it or not, and if you're a crocheter out there, and if you don't already do this, or if you haven't done it, or if you didn't know about it, when babies are born premature, they have to put hats on them to keep the heat from escaping. Because you lose heat, and for preemies it's very critical that they keep their heads warm. And so they're always looking for hats because, of course, you know, if the hat touches the floor, if it accidentally falls on the floor, they can't use it again. Or, you know, there's certain criteria. They go through a lot of these hats. And they usually, you know, and if they can't use the same hat for more than one baby, you know. So that, you know, any hat they use for the preemie tends to stay with the preemie and it goes home with the parents, you know, or whatever. So they're always looking, especially for crocheted ones or knitted ones, because they're better than the flimsy ones that they can order or whatever. So, and they will now, go online, and I found it on YouTube. There's only certain kind of yarns you can use and everything, but if you Google it, it'll come up, it'll show you. You can even find easy patterns and whatnot. whip these up, because I can whip this, and I'm better at cross stitch than I am crocheting, believe it or not. But I can whip this little bitty baby hat in a day. So, I did a couple of dozen, and I went down and gave them to the NICU at the local hospital. And they'll take them, and they'll use them, and they'll be very appreciative about it. So I did that, and then of course, and then I did this one. This one's a little bit bigger. This one doesn't look it, but I'm hoping, I haven't tried it on a regular baby head, but I'm hoping it stretches enough to fit a regular baby head. Of course, I don't have any babies yet but that, and then I learned how to make little booties, and they're so cute. I can't wait to have, I miss having a baby. They don't stay babies long enough. They grow up so fast. I made these little booties. Put the button on them. And then, that's for a girl. And then these I got to tuck in my tails. But then I did these little boy booties with the hat to go with it. And then I made a couple. This is just one, but I've made several of these for members of my family just because I could, because I learned how. A hat. Look. Look at that. I should have sent Tracy a hat. Of course, she lives in Florida. She doesn't need a hat. Oh, now my hair looks... Oh, my God. Hang on. Okay. But I made several of these. I made a whole bunch of those. Then and I showed the stockings, I think, in another video. I should have grabbed those, but they're not completely finished. But I make little stockings at Christmas time that I put stuff in for the kids and the family. Okay. And then... Okay. Get ready. You're going to like this. Last year for Easter, I decided, because we do, everyone gets together over at my sister-in-law's house. And at Easter time. Easter's always been, when my kids were little, or when we lived up here before, my mother-in-law always had a huge Easter egg hunt. And when I say huge, and this is like when my oldest, who is now 31, when she was little, and all her cousins, we would go to my mother-in-law's house, and we would spend days stuffing plastic Easter eggs. I think one year we had like 300 plastic eggs to hide for the Easter egg hunt. And at the time, let me see, there was only like 7 grandkids that were old enough to Easter egg hunt. Well, we had like other people there too, but still, I mean, like I said, when I say we spent days stuffing plastic Easter eggs, we spent days stuffing plastic Easter eggs. So we still do that. But it's not as big anymore, because now there's only 2 little kids in the family now that are, still into hunting Easter eggs. There's 2 more, but they live out of state. They don't always come up, but it's not as big, but we still all get together. And let me tell you, okay, side note, this is how kooky my family is. Last Easter, the teenage kids decided that the adults should have an Easter egg hunt. And the fun thing for us adults, especially with the teenagers, before they were teenagers and decided they didn't want eggs anymore, when they were like, 9, 10, or 11, the fun thing for us adults was to hide the Easter eggs in hard places for them, because each kid has a color, and they can only find their color eggs. So they decided, the teenagers decided that the adults should have revenge, and they should be able to hide eggs for us to find, so they can hide them in hard places for us. But it's like, we said, okay. So my mother-in-law got the idea that instead of candy in the Easter eggs, she put nips. Little alcohol. So all the adults were out there hunting Easter eggs for liquor. That was hilarious. I told my husband, I said, it was fun, though. I mean, It was fun. But anyway, I wanted to crochet something to put candy in, something special for all the kids. And I spent weeks and weeks and weeks crocheting these cute little pouches that are in the shape of a carrot. And I crocheted I got about 14, I think, done. And I was on my chair crocheting, and my son-in-law, who I love dearly, came over and saw me crocheting them. And made a comment about what they looked like to him. And I'm not going to tell you what he thought they looked like. And once he said that, then... You know those pictures where you try to find a picture within all the... And then once you find it, you can't unsee it? Well, once he said what it looked like to him, I could not unsee it. I don't know why. And it's so freaking obvious. And I don't know why I didn't see it while I was crocheting it, but I didn't. But once I saw it, that's it. I couldn't unsee it. So I had to go find a different pattern for a carrot pouch, because there was no way I could use these, especially to give them to little kids. So I'm going to show you. And I don't have any left that I made to replace these ones. And they turned out much better. They don't look at all like this, but I'm going to show you. And then you'll understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, then God bless you. Not going to say anything else. Not just... So I got like 14 to 16 of these things. Did you see it? How is that not freaking obvious? How did I not notice that while I was crocheting them? So, I mean, I'm grateful that my son-in-law made the comment, because I would have been really, really embarrassed and I don't know what else if I would have stuffed these with candy. Can you imagine them stuffed with candy, and gave them to all my nieces and nephews and all the little kids, and the parents look at me like, Joe, what the hell? So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is this coming Easter, I'm going to stuff them all with candy and put them in my son-in-law's Easter basket. Because, yes, I make Easter baskets for my married daughter and her husband. And he is going to get every single one of these freaking things. What can I say? Shit. That's terrible. Alright, let's see. That's it, though. I mean, I wish I had... I don't have a stocking fully finished. I wish I had a stocking fully finished. I got plans. And if y'all want to see some of the things... I don't make a whole lot of crocheted stuff anymore, because like I said, it's really hard with my hands. But if y'all are interested in seeing some of the things I make, I might, as I make them, show them. Like I said, I'm doing Christmas stockings this year for Christmas. Come Easter time, I'm doing little... I found a pattern for like an Easter egg pouch. It looks like an Easter egg that I'm going to do and stuff. I like doing stuff like that for the kids and the family. It's fun. But I'll show it if y'all are interested. If not, then, oh well, too bad, so sad. You'll see it anyway, I don't care. Let's see. That's it. Like I said, I didn't make notes. I don't think I have anything else to show. Well, I know I don't have anything else to show. Just the one whip, and like I said, I'm really going to cut down on I got to cut down on the spending, because I just don't, and also I was thinking, I don't want to get in a situation where, 50 years from now, because I'm going to live to 98 years old. I could. My grandmother's 96, and she'll probably outlive us all. But anyway, I don't want, when I'm old and can't do this no more, or God forbid something happens to me and my kids have all this. I'd rather them have finished things, say, oh, look at all the stuff Mom did, and they can hang in their homes or give to their kids, instead of stuff that's unfinished, because neither one of my girls, they know how to cross-stitch, but they're just not into it, you know. So, I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to let you go, because if I film any more, it's just going to be me rambling about God knows what, and I got things to do. I got to get ready to go to Molly's. So that's it. Like I said, don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Cross Stitch Finish Line. And then other than that, that's it. Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you probably in another week or so. Bye, everyone.